A sloth, a donkey, and a curious human. Send a prompt and see what they're doing. One hits record with a question on his mind. Two brothers pick it up, see what they find. Corn takes his time, Herman's got the facts. Back and forth, they never hold back. My weird prompts, come on in, that's where we begin. My weird prompts, glad you're here.
This episode was generated using artificial intelligence. Please verify facts.
You know, Corn, this whole show runs on GPU compute, and we wouldn't be here without Modal.
Seriously. And that's what powers all our text-to-speech. Everything you're hearing right now.
They're an AI infrastructure platform. Developers use them to run GPU workloads in the cloud with zero infrastructure headaches.
If you're building anything with AI, check them out. Modal.com. You know that specific, heart-stopping sound of a mechanical keyboard clicking at 9 p.m.? It's usually the sound of productivity, but when there's a 9-month-old sleeping 3 feet away in a 60-square-meter apartment, it sounds like a ticking time bomb.
It's the ultimate high-stakes typing test. One heavy strike on the spacebar and suddenly your workday isn't just over. Your night of sleep is in jeopardy too. Today's prompt from Daniel hits on a reality so many are facing right now, especially in Jerusalem. He's balancing a self-employed career, a wartime environment where childcare is essentially a ghost, and a son, Ezra, who is officially at that crawling and occupying every square inch stage.
It's a pressure cooker. We're talking about 60 square meters, which, for our American listeners, is about 640 square feet. In Israel, that's a standard, respectable home, but when it has to be a high-functioning office, a nursery, a kitchen, and a sanctuary from a literal conflict outside, the walls start to feel like they're closing in. By the way, today's episode is powered by Google Gemini 3 Flash.
Herman Poppleberry here, and I've been diving into the mechanics of micro-living under stress. What Daniel and Hannah are doing, deciding to keep Ezra home until the next school year while both trying to maintain professional lives, is essentially an endurance sport. When you have no external help because of the geopolitical situation, you can't just out-hustle the problem. You have to out-engineer the space.
I love that. Out-engineer the space. Because you can't exactly grow the apartment, right? Unless Daniel's got some secret masonry skills we don't know about. So, we're looking at zone-based living, the Handoff Protocol, and how to handle the nocturnal work-from-home friction without losing your mind or your marriage.
Let's start with the physical reality of that 60 square meter footprint. The biggest mistake people make in small apartments is treating rooms as static entities. They think, this is the bedroom, this is the office. In a high-pressure WFH environment with a baby, you have to move toward zone-based living.
Meaning you stop looking at walls and start looking at functions?
Precisely. You use what architects call invisible walls. If Ezra is sleeping in the other half of the office, that room is no longer the office. It's a hybrid sleep-work zone. To make that work, you need sensory decoupling. We're talking about rugs that dampen sound, shelving units that act as visual breaks, so Daniel isn't staring at a crib while trying to draft a technical spec and specific lighting.
Lighting is huge. If you're in work mode, you want cool, focused light. If it's baby mode, it's warm and dim. But Herman, how do you handle the actual sound? Daniel mentioned the stress of typing quietly. A silent keyboard is a start, but human presence has a sound, even when you're quiet.
It's the psychological leakage. Even if you're silent, the baby senses the shift in the room's energy. One practical hack for these Jerusalem apartments, which often have stone or tiled floors that echo like crazy, is heavy acoustic paneling or even just thick tapestries on the shared walls. But the real solution is the Handoff Protocol. If the space is small, the schedule has to be rigid.
The Handoff Protocol sounds like something out of a spy movie. The package is in the crib, I repeat. The package is down. But seriously, how did Daniel and Hannah split a day when there's no daycare? You can't both work a 9 to 5.
You can't. You have to move to a block system. This is where the 80-20 rule of parenting comes in. You identify the 20% of your work that produces 80% of your value, the deep work, and you protect those blocks with your life. One parent is on for Ezra total engagement, no phones, no just checking one email, while the other is in the deep work zone.
And I bet the own parent feels like they're doing a marathon while the off parent feels guilty for being behind a closed door. How do you stop that resentment from building up? Because in 60 square meters, you can hear the on parent struggling. You hear the crying, you hear the toy hitting the floor.
That's the acoustic guilt factor. It's brutal. The person working feels like a jerk for not helping, and the person parenting feels like a martyr. The fix is a shared digital calendar where the blocks are non-negotiable. If it's Daniel's block from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Hannah has to treat him as if he's in a different city, and Daniel has to deliver. He can't spend that time scrolling. He has to hit those high-value tasks so that when the handoff happens at 1 p.m., he can take Ezra with a clear conscience.
It sounds great on paper, but Ezra is almost 9 months old. He's crawling. He's a heat-seeking missile for power cords and dust bunnies. If Daniel is on Ezra duty, he's not getting maintenance work done. He's just preventing a household disaster. What should his realistic productivity expectations actually be?
This is where we have to be cold-blooded about the math. If you have a baby and no childcare, you are not a full-time worker. You are two people sharing 3 full-time jobs, parent A, parent B, and professional. Someone is always losing. Research into parental productivity shows that without childcare, you're looking at a 40 to 60% drop in discretionary output.
40 to 60%? That's a massive hit for someone self-employed. Daniel's basically running a business at half capacity, while the cost of living in Jerusalem isn't exactly dropping.
It's terrifying, but acknowledging it is the only way to survive. If Daniel expects to do 8 hours of work in an 8-hour day, he will fail every day and hate himself. If he expects to do 4 hours of high-impact work and accepts that the rest of the day is Ezra time, he might actually stay sane. He has to ruthlessly prioritize. Anything that isn't a must-do for a client or a core business function gets moved to the post-war post-daycare bucket.
Let's talk about that maintenance work versus deep work split. I think people forget that you can do a lot of low-brain tasks while a baby is playing. You can't write a complex automation script with a 9-month-old pulling on your leg, but you can maybe clear out a few non-essential emails? Or is that a trap?
It's a total trap, Corn. Multitasking is a myth, especially with a crawling infant. If you try to work while watching Ezra, you do both poorly. You're distracted, which Ezra picks up on, leading to more fussing, and you make typos in your emails. The maintenance work should be saved for the nap time triage.
The nap time triage. The most intense 20 to 90 minutes of a parent's day. It's like a pit stop in Formula One.
It really is. When Ezra's eyes close, the clock starts. Most parents waste the first 15 minutes of a nap just decompressing or wandering around the kitchen. Daniel needs a nap time decision matrix. If the nap is 20 minutes, you do task A. If it's 40, you do task B. You never sit down at the desk and ask, what should I do now? You know exactly what the nap priority is before he even hits the mattress.
And that brings us to the nocturnal work problem. Ezra is sleeping in the office. Daniel needs to send emails at 9 p.m. The silent keyboard is a tactical fix, but let's look at the psychological friction. If Daniel is working in the room where his son is sleeping, his brain is split. He's hovering between provider and protector.
It's a physiological red line. Your sympathetic nervous system is on high alert. You're listening for a stir in the crib while trying to focus on a client's needs. One solution is the work signal ritual. Even in a tiny apartment, Daniel needs a physical trigger that says, I am now in work mode. It could be putting on a specific pair of noise-canceling headphones, even with no music, to signal to his own brain that he is leaving. The nursery and entering the office, even if he hasn't moved his chair.
Noise-canceling headphones are a godsend, but they also create a safety issue if you're the only one on. But since Hannah is there, Daniel can actually plug in. I wonder about the lighting again, though. If he's working at 9 p.m., he's got a monitor glowing in a dark room where a baby is trying to stay in deep sleep.
Blue light is the enemy of infant sleep cycles. He needs a high-quality blue light filter on his monitor or, better yet, a physical privacy screen that limits the viewing angle. It keeps the light directed at his face and away from the crib. And for the typing stress, honestly, he might want to look into voice-to-text for drafting during the day while he's out for a walk with the stroller. Then use the night hours just for the final silent polish.
That's smart. Use the movement. Jerusalem is hilly. Pushing a stroller up those inclines is a workout and a chance to dictate ideas. But let's get into the emotional dimension, Herman. This is the part that ruins people. Living in 60 square meters during a war, with a baby and no help, how do you not end up blaming your partner for the fact that the floor is covered in plastic keys and you haven't had a real conversation in 3 weeks?
It's the space stress feed loop. Because you have no physical distance, you have no emotional distance. Every annoyance is magnified. If Hannah leaves a coffee cup on Daniel's workspace, it's not just a cup, it's an invasion of his only professional sanctuary.
And if Daniel is 5 minutes late for the handoff because a meeting ran over, Hannah feels like he's stealing her sanity.
The only way through is the stress inventory. Once a day, maybe while washing dishes or during that brief window after Ezra goes down, they need a 5-minute check-in that is not about the schedule. It's just, what's your stress level 1 to 10? What's one thing I can do to make the space feel better for you tomorrow? You name the stressor so it doesn't become a ghost haunting the apartment.
You have to separate the person from the situation. The situation is the war and the small apartment and the crawling baby. Hannah isn't the enemy. The 60 square meter constraint is the enemy.
And you have to practice space gratitude. It sounds cheesy, but in a tiny home, small acts are massive. If Daniel clears the drying rack so the kitchen looks less cluttered before Hannah starts her on block, that's an act of love. It's visual de-escalation.
I've noticed that when my space is cluttered, my brain feels itchy. I can't think straight. For Daniel, whose work involves tech and automation, that mental clarity is his paycheck. If he's surrounded by baby gear, his system is constantly being interrupted by visual noise.
That's why dual-purpose furniture is non-negotiable. In a Jerusalem apartment, you need things that disappear, a desk that folds into the wall, toy bins that look like high-end ottomans. If you can reset the room to adult mode, in 5 minutes after Ezra goes to sleep, you reclaim your identity. If you spend your evening staring at a bouncy chair, you never actually leave the role of parent.
It's about the transition. In a normal world, you have a commute. In Daniel's world, the commute is 3 steps from the crib to the desk. He needs a virtual commute, maybe a 10-minute walk around the block before starting work, just to tell his brain the scenery has changed, even if it hasn't.
That's a great piece of advice. Even a walk to the end of the street and back can reset the cortisol levels. You mentioned the war too. That adds a layer of background processing that eats up mental RAM. You're always listening for a siren or checking the news. That's why lowering the bar isn't just an option, it's a survival strategy.
When do you push through, and when do you just say, the client can wait, I'm taking a nap?
You push through on the non-negotiables, things that keep the lights on. You lower the bar on everything else. If the apartment is messy, but everyone is fed, and the deep work got done, that's a win. The perfect parent and the perfect professional cannot coexist in 60 square meters without a nanny. You have to pick which one gets to be good enough today.
It's a season, right? Ezra won't be 9 months old forever. He'll be in daycare eventually. The war will hopefully de-escalate. But right now, Daniel and Hannah are in the crucible phase. I think one of the most practical things they can do is a zone map. Actually sit down with a piece of paper and draw the 60 meters. Label the zones. This corner is for client calls. This rug is the Ezra-only zone.
And stick to it. If the office zone is also the laundry folding zone, you failed. You cross-contaminated the mental spaces. Even if it's just a 3-foot by 3-foot square, that desk must be sacred space. No baby bottles, no mail, no distractions.
What about the nocturnal part of Daniel's work? He's self-employed. He's in a different time zone than some clients, I imagine. If he's sending emails at midnight, he's effectively on 24/7. That's a recipe for burnout.
He has to use scheduled send. This is a technical solution to a psychological problem. He should write the emails when he can, but schedule them to go out at 8 a.m. It prevents a back and forth at 1 a.m. that will keep him awake and stressed. It also sets a boundary with clients that he isn't available in the middle of the night, even if he's technically at his desk because his desk is next to his son's bed.
That's a huge point. Just because you're at your workspace doesn't mean you're at work, especially when your workspace is also a nursery. I really feel for them. The physical proximity to the baby's sleep space makes the silent typing feel like a metaphor for their whole life right now, trying to be productive while holding your breath.
It's stealth productivity, but there's a beauty in it too. Daniel gets to see Ezra's first crawl, his first words, all of it because he's right there. The painful reality he mentioned is actually a dense reality. It's a lot of life packed into a very small container.
It's a lot of Ezra time, which is precious, but man, it's exhausting. I think the nap time triage and the handoff protocol are the two biggest levers they can pull. If they get those right, the 60 square meters starts to feel like a well-oiled machine rather than a cage.
And they have to remember that they are a team. In the small space, teamwork is just not getting in each other's way. Sometimes the best thing Daniel can do for Hannah is to take Ezra out for a stroller dictation session so she can have the apartment to herself for an hour. Silence is the ultimate luxury in a small Jerusalem apartment.
Silence is more valuable than gold at that point. If Daniel can give Hannah 60 minutes of a baby-free zone, he's basically giving her a vacation.
We should also touch on the daycare dilemma. They're waiting until the next school year. That's a long road ahead. They need to build micro support systems. Is there another parent in the building? Can they swap on blocks? Even if you can't get a professional babysitter because of the war, a parent swap for 2 hours can be a lifesaver.
It takes a village, but when the village is under stress, you have to build a micro-village. It's about social engineering as much as space engineering.
And for those listening who aren't in Jerusalem or don't have a 9-month-old, the principles are the same for any high-pressure WFH situation. It's about boundaries, physical, digital, and emotional. If you don't build the walls yourself, the work will bleed into the life until there's nothing left of the life.
If you don't build the walls yourself, that's the takeaway right there. In a 60 square meter apartment, the walls are already there, you just have to decide what they're for. Daniel's doing the hard work of building a career and a family at the same time, in the same room. It's heroic in a very quiet, silent keyboard kind of way.
It really is. And Ezra is going to grow up knowing his parents were right there, working for him, protecting him. That's a powerful foundation, even if the apartment feels small right now.
Well, I think we've given Daniel and Hannah some solid blueprints to work with. The zone map, the handoff protocol, the nap time triage, and the work signal ritual. It's an engineering problem, and they've got the tools to solve it.
They do. It's about ruthlessly optimizing the small so they can protect the big, the family, the business, and their sanity.
I'm going to go appreciate the fact that my keyboard can click as loud as it wants for a few minutes. This has been my weird prompts. A huge thanks to our producer, Hilbert Flumingtop, for keeping the gears turning behind the scenes.
And a big thanks to Modal for providing the GPU credits that powered the show. It's what allows us to dive deep into these prompts every week.
If you're finding these deep dives helpful, or if you've got your own small space hacks, find us at myweirdprompts.com. You can find the RSS feed and all the ways to subscribe there.
We'll be back next time with another prompt from Daniel. Until then, keep engineering those spaces.
And keep the clicking quiet if the baby's asleep. Peace.
Peace.
That was a long one, Herman. You think Daniel's actually going to map out the 60 meters?
If I know Daniel, he's probably already got a CAD drawing of it. He just needs to label the no-click zone.
The no-click zone. Sounds like a bad 80s movie. Alright, let's get out of here.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, I said bye already.
Just making sure.
Okay, seriously, we're done.
Get done.
Actually, before we go, I was thinking about that stroller dictation idea. You think he could automate the email sending based on the stroller's GPS location? Like, when I hit the top of the hill, send the project updates email.
That is peak Daniel. I love it. Productivity by elevation.
Alright, now we're really going.
Bye.
Bye.
Good Joel Mile. Silence.
Silence. END of episode.
Wait, one more thing.
No.
Laughs. Okay, we're done.
Laughs. See you next time.
See ya.
Whispering. For real this time.
Whispering. For real.
Silence. Silence.
Sargali.
Silence.
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 Who? Silence.
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 Who's silence?
Silence.
Silence.
Higure. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Fluence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Oh.
Slappers.
Ooh, silence.
Silence.
Ooh, silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Emar. Silence.
Silence.
The silence.
Ooh, silence.
Good. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Islands.
Go. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Go. Silence.
Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
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 Violence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
Silence. I.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
Lugger. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Let's go. What thou?
Silence.
Flagellants.
Silence. Silence.
Or silence.
Silence.
Or could I? Silence.
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 Silence. Islands.
Blue. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
Elegant.
Silence. Silence.
Tuco. Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence.
Vigilance.
Silence.
Slap. Silence.
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 Violence.
Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence. Silence.
Alright.
Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Thrill Island.
Silence. Islands.
Flagellants.
Silence.
Glycals.
Silence.
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 Flagon.
Silence.
Blur. Silence.
Silence.
Finger Islands.
Silence.
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 Pluralance.
Silence. Silence.
Prodigals.
Silence.
Scribe. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Scribe Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Organillance.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Placulates.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Glugolence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Below silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence.
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 Ooh. Silence.
Below silence.
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 Bloodwork. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Ho.
Silence.
Silence. Ho.
Silence.
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 Slagolence.
Silence. Silence.
Suggle.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Oh.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
To who? Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
Go silence.
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 Violence.
Flagolence.
Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
Silence. No.
Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence.
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 Fluence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Gone. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Global silence.
Silence.
Gargulence.
Silence. Silence.
Gargulence.
Silence. Silence.
Gall. Silence.
Silence.
Scotherwin. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Good silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Flaglance.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Who? Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Single silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Sugar's silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Oh, silence.
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 Silence. Is silence.
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 Good. Silence.
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 Eminence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Guidance.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. A guy.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
The silence.
Silence. Silence.
Good silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Good silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Good ones.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Good. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
My silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Slogans.
Silence.
Ulleds.
Silence.
Thawed.
Islands. Islands.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Ah!
Silence.
To silence.
Susan. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Good. Silence.
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 Silence. Bah!
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Gorn. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Or silence.
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 Google. Silence.
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 Golets.
Silence.
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 Lens.
Mm.
Silence.
Silence.
Plymouth.
Silence.
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 Le. Silence.
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 Go. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Oh, silence.
4. Silence.
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 Fergato. Silence.
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 Goggle. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Talking violence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Blue. Silence.
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 Oh, silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Political. Silence.
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 Who? Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Who? Silence.
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 Oh, silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Lului. Silence.
Silence. This.
Silence.
Silence.
Soft.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Slide.
Silence. Silence.
Goes. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Article.
Silence.
Blue. Silence.
It is silence.
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 Silence. Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Ah!
Goggles.
Silence. No!
Salta.
Silence. Silence.
Sirens.
Silence.
Little bring likely.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Gore. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Ooh, silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Slot.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Slugub. Silence.
Oh. Silence.
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 Silence. Good.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Look on. Silence.
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 To silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Oh. Silence.
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 Ooh. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Go on. Silence.
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 Ooh. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence. Ooh. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Oh, silence.
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 Snow. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Oh, silence.
Silence.
Oh, silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Here's
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Who? Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Go. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Oh. Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Goals. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Z.
Brilliant.
Silence. Ah.
Cool. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Car. Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence. Silence.
Cool. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Good. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence while they.
Violence.
Silence. Oh.
Floor. Silence.
Silence. Ah.
Silence.
Silence.
Toilet.
Silence. Ha.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Plummets.
Silence.
Turbulence.
Silence.
Students.
Silence. Silence.
Oh, silence.
Silence. Key. Silence.
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 Silence. I.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Tolerance.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Violence.
Silence.
Pluin. Communicates.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Salia. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Gurgano.
Silence. Silence.
Cycle.
Silence.
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 Silence. Baco.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Guard. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Other. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Figure away. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
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 Go. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Who? Silence.
Silence.
Guy.
Silence. Silence.
Fleckles.
Silence.
Flaggle. Silence.
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 Skagolga. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Wait, man.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Slow. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence. Silence. Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Go. Silence.
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 Big eye. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Fluence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Good. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
Silence.
Go silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Who's silence?
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Ooh, silence.
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 Whore. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. I.
Negligible.
Silence.
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 Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
I could go silence.
Silence.
Silence. Negligible. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Silence.
Silence.
Who? Silence.
Ooh. Silence.
This silence.
Silence. Islands.
Sorry, not that low.
This episode was produced using Google Gemini 3 Flash. Text to speech by Chatterbox.
Thanks for listening to our